Hey guys, it's Sean.
I'm Jason.
And together we are
The Hornbearded Brothers.
Salute.
Skål.
Jason, so what is this we have here for everybody today?
Well, despite what it looks like, this is not an e-cigarette. Okay? This is a beard care set by Blue Zoo, which is kind of funny because I think little Smurfs, you know? Not the little bunny foo, sorry. So it is a beard care set. We did get it off of Amazon. Grant told it was $15.99. So I am going to pull out what we have in here, and Sean, you can go ahead and let the viewers know what we get here.
So first off the bat, we have a beard wax.
It's really, that kind of came out easy.
Scissors. Oh, it's packed in there well, isn't it? Pool.
I'm working on it.
Pool.
There you go.
Double-sided comb. And case.
That came out easy.
And a brush. And oil. And of course this handy dandy carrying case. Johnny, tell me what they've won.
Review? I don't know. Wasn't ready for the follow-up question. Excuse me. So the interesting thing with the comb itself, like Sean put off, it is a double-sided comb, so it does meet two different kinds of texture of beard, is what we would say, I guess.
I would say even that. There's times where this side right here, the thicker side, will kind of get in a certain way, and then when you want more definition, you get your finer tooth up here.
I can go with that, and of course, you know, it does come with a very nice leather carrying case, so this is going to keep it nice and protected when it's in your pocket or in a travel bag or a
suitcase, whatever you guys might rock. Backpack, which I carry.
There you go. That's
Jason
a good
does
one.
as well.
Yes, I do. So the good thing too is it is actually made out of wood. It's not made out of
plastic or anything else like that.
Yeah, so it's going to be a nice solid comb, and the label does feel like it's a slight laser engraved, not a deep laser engraved, so I can see this wearing out within time, but that's small technicality.
And I will say the cool thing is that it is a little different in that it's black leather and a black comb, which you don't normally see.
Well, the good thing is when you actually order the Blue Zoom kit from Amazon, you can pick your color. So you can pick the jet black edition, or I think the sandalwood edition. So you have an option right there. So that's kind of cool.
That's, in itself is cool. So what else we have here? We're just going to kind of run down everything. So the next we have is the brush. And it actually is a pretty good, decent stiffness on the bristles. Jason, what did you think?
I have to agree. The bristles are pretty stiff. They're not a hard or a medium bristle, but the one thing too is if you actually pay attention to the brush, they are not straight up and down. They're actually concaved inward.
So if you guys look, like Jason's saying, you can kind of see it goes in on both sides.
Which is different than what we're used to. The other thing too is what we really like over here is when the brush has a lifted or a curved top part, so when you're actually using it, it fits more to your hand smoother than just a flat brush. Excuse me, by the way. Now the other thing too is you do get scissors with this one. Now surprisingly, the scissors out of this kit actually are a good construction. They're not a everyday run cheapo pair of scissors, so we were actually really impressed with these scissors.
However, you guys maybe if you're into that thing, you're probably going to need to sharpen them or have somebody sharpen them. They weren't the sharpest of scissors, and I will say one thing that now that we're going over this again, they have more of a point to them, which I think when you have beards like ours, you want actually more of a rounded tip, just so when you're going at your beard or your mustache, you're not going to poke yourself.
I have to agree 100%, because if you have a flat, like you said, when you get in there, you're not going to jab yourself in the lip and accidentally cut your lip wide open. That's not fun, by the way. So I don't recommend it. Now, what did you feel about the oil?
Well, the oil is unscented, first of all, And to me, I got a light olive oil scent out of it. And as Jason's breaking it out of the box here, I thought it was even consistency. And we're going to open this guy up. That we like to open up just so you can see the dropper. Because as I guess, you know, we're on the verge of becoming dropper snobs. But there's a reason. Now, normally we do not like this style of dropper. But for once, this dropper actually worked well. And if you guys notice, this is actually a rounded dropper. And typically, Jason and I do not favor this. But this one, in this instance, was decent.
Yeah, the thing is too is when you have an inverter dropper or a rounded dropper, you don't get the level of flow that you need. And especially if it's an inverter, you're sitting there going, hey, Sean, how was your weekend? Nice to meet you. Yeah, I'm going to keep doing this because I'm not getting the amount that I need yet. So, but that different preferences for different people. So please keep that in mind, whatever you do. Now, the one thing though, when it comes to, even though this says it's a beard wax, it is not a wax. I can tell you, a wax causes this. You know, a nice mustache curl, a nice straight beard. This is definitely a balm. Now, we didn't knock them for a simple misprint of the label because that's messed up.
It happens. I mean,
it happens.
They might think, hey, this is really stiff. And, you know, this is a wax. But once you get into the habit of reviewing a lot of stuff, we've kind of we know what's what. And this is definitely not the consistency of wax.
Absolutely. This is definitely a balm more than anything. Now, of course, it is unscented. It has a medium hold, which a medium hold is good if somebody who is starting to grow their beard or maybe an inch off their face. That's about it. Beyond that, you need a firm hold for your beard. Now, of course, it does have a even consistency, if you ask us when we used it. So as you can see kind of in the camera, this is from 2 weeks of usage. So it's not that bad of a balm. We've had way worse.
And for the size, I mean, this isn't, it's like 1 ounce?
We've had 1 ounce. And this is actually only a 30 gram, believe it or not. So it's not a 1 ounce. Now, the one thing that I did not like, I'm gonna tell you right now, is with the balm and the oil, your face is super, super, super shiny. I mean, like reflective, the moon shiny. It's
what would you say that is, Jason? I'm just
unicorn sprinkles. Okay, there you go. I said it.
Unicorns like people, and they make everybody shiny.
Whatever, dude. Okay, so anyway, Sean. So we found out that you can use the oil and the balm together, even though you look like a unicorn. Okay, moving on. It is made in China. So, like we always say in other videos, China, Japan, Spain, Holland, Portuguese, Malaysia, it doesn't matter. As long as it's a good product, it's a good product. That's all we care about. So, Sean, your overall thoughts on this kit, if you don't mind me asking.
Well, I thought it was a good product. It's a good, solid. And for the size you get, it like everything fit in the travel bag that Jason pulled everything out of, and it was tight and consistent. This is a good travel kit. You know, everything worked pretty well. I will say, like we said, is that the scissors will need a little bit of sharpening. If that's something you like to do or somebody else can do for you, that might be the one thing that I would say probably really needs some fine tuning. Other than that, I think overall it was a pretty solid kit.
It's an overall kit, and the other thing I want to ask is, excuse me, a lot of people don't like unscented. That's the problem. True. They want maybe a vanilla, a cinnamon, a tropical, a mango, a coconut, you know, etc. Even an avocado. They want something to, hey, what are you wearing? Well, I'm wearing Blue Zoom. Thanks for noticing. Because the other thing too, we said some of the other videos, it also cuts down on cologne cost. If you have a good oil, a good balm, a good wax, a good butter, whatever, and it smells, I just did it, you know, the scent, I'm sorry, I'm turning, you know, if the scent is amazing, you can not spend the $60, $40, $30 on a good cologne. You know, you really can't.
Or Jason, you could use a good pomade.
Absolutely.
See our other videos.
That's a good hint. So overall, like Sean was saying, it's a good compact size for $15.99. It's not a bad deal. And of course, we got it off of Amazon, so keep that in mind. So grand total, we did decide to give Blue Zune a 8.5, and I think that's a fair ratio. The only thing that we knocked it on was the too shiny, the scissors, and the scent. So you talk about 5 points, 5 points, 5 points.
Yeah.
So overall, though,
Pretty solid,
it's
yeah.
not
pretty
bad.
Solid.
It's pretty solid, dude,
And, like
honestly.
if you're the type of person that doesn't you have a favorite cologne, and you don't mind spending, like Jason said, the 30, 40, 50, whatever it is on your cologne, and you just want something that's going to work as far as just hold and keep it even, then this is going to be for you.
Yeah.
If something that has a scent, check out our other videos. We have plenty of other videos where we can recommend an awesome scent for you guys. But if it's just something neutral, not no scent, or you want a good travel pack, this is probably for you.
I agree. I agree 100%. So with that in mind, though,
I'm Sean.
I'm Jason.
Salud.
Skål, and together we help you make it grow.